Hey, what's up everyone? Chuck Driver here. If you haven't heard already, Uber and Lyft are making a push to get the Uber Pool back and the Lyft Shared. And I recently just got a push-through notification from Lyft over the weekend stating that the shared rides are back. Boo. Never was a fan of them, never will be a fan of them. It's always complete chaos, and the people that order the Uber Pool and the Uber Shared are always the cheapest passengers in the world. They never tip, they leave a mess, they argue with other passengers getting in the vehicle, they complain about the route that you're taking. They are always a mess, and for the most part, I've always declined them. Now, Uber Pool and Lyft Shared have not been around since the start of the pandemic, but both Uber and Lyft are rolling them out in a lot of different regions. And if you want to read along right here, you can find this push-through notification in the Learning Center of Lyft's app. And if you go into the app and you find it in there, it probably means that Lyft is going to start rolling this out in your region or has already rolled this out in your region. So be very careful and watch out for them. But as it starts out by explaining, what's a shared ride? In some cities, passengers can choose to share the ride with other passengers who are going along a similar route. The app will figure out the best route and will guide you from the first passenger pickup to the last passenger drop-off. It continues, shared rides in your app. You will know if you have a shared ride if you see the shared on your accept screen. As you can see right here, it's very small. Watch out for it. You may not even know that it started in your region. It continues, earn for time and distance. You'll earn for the time and distance spent driving with passengers in your car, just like a standard Lyft ride. By stringing rides together, shared rides tend to be longer rides. Well, this is where the truth ends. That's true, and this is where the truth ends. With longer rides, you can spend more time earning. That's complete BS. It continues, more time earning. Let's look at an example. You pick up a passenger, Jamie, head toward their destination, and start earning for time and distance. Then another passenger, Isaac, is added to your ride. You drive to pick up Isaac. Unlike a standard ride, you continue to earn since you have a passenger in your vehicle. It's not a lot per mile, so you're not going to make a lot. And you'll keep earning until you drop off the last shared passenger. Still not worth it. You will make more money on a standard ride versus share, so hit the decline. It continues, more chances for tips and ride streaks. With shared rides, you can complete ride streaks faster. True. During a ride streak, each shared pickup counts towards your streak. The only positive thing about this. Each shared request is also a chance for more tips, but they are the cheapest passengers, so you will not get tips from these people. What I've noticed in the past with Uber Pool and Lyft Shared passengers is that they actually leave bad feedback and bad ratings and never tips. Anyway, it continues. Health, safety, and shared rides. Depending on your local regulations, both you and your rider may be able to make your own choices about masking up during shared rides. Well, that doesn't make any sense. We are asking them to respect each other's decisions. Yours too. It's either both people wear the mask to be effective against the virus or not. It doesn't make any sense. If one wears it, the other one doesn't, it's not really that effective. Anyway, it continues. For now, shared rides are limited to one rider per pickup and 2 pickups. I'm assuming they mean only 2 pickups, which means that in shared rides, you're only going to get maximum 2 passengers in your vehicle, which, to be honest with you, is an improvement. It's one of the only improvements that I've seen so far with this Lyft Shared, because in the past with Uber Pool, you could stack 4 people in your car. And these people are so cheap, they'll go on the app and say, hey, picking up only 1 passenger, but then they got 1 or 2 friends with them, and you already have 1 or 2 other people in the vehicle, and then a whole argument spills out because they're like, oh, I didn't know. And then the other passengers are in the vehicle upset because they're wasting time. They have places to go. This is why Uber Pool and Lyft Shared is not a good idea to do, but to each your own. If you find this successful in your region, more power to you. But in my region, in Philadelphia, in the greater Philadelphia area, it's not that great. Anyways, it continues to read. That means no more than 2 people in your car at a time. Throughout 2022, you can decline shared requests without penalty. That's awesome. You can also cancel if more than 1 rider shows up at a pickup. Now, this is also an improvement over the past with Uber Pool and Lyft Shared. You would get a penalty if you declined shared ride. It would count against your acceptance rate. And if you canceled on the rider when you showed up because, let's just say, they had multiple passengers and they didn't report it in the app, then they would ding your cancellation rate as well. It would be on you, and that's not cool. So overall, I do like those improvements for the drivers that are going to be doing the Uber Pool and Lyft Shared. Anyway, it continues. More about shared rides. Things to know about your shared rides. Passengers can't change their original destination or ask you to change it. Now that can become a problem. It continues. Passengers have a shorter amount of time to find you when you arrive. That's a positive. It can help to check with passengers that they know they requested a shared ride. Now, I don't get that. It's already too late, and this is what I'm talking about. Passengers that are drunk or in a rush, in a hurry, all they see is when they go on the app, they just see that, hey, this is the cheapest option. Let me click on this. I've always said this from the beginning, since I've been driving for Uber and Lyft. It should be up to you, Uber and Lyft, to educate your customers on what a Uber Pool or a Lyft shared ride is, not us. It's too late by the time that I drive out of my way to pick up the passenger to educate them what's going on. I've done it in the past. The passengers that are already in the vehicle are going to get upset. So that is on you, not us, on you. You educate them. You educate them before we show up and have to let them know why other people are in the car. Anyway, it continues. We are educating passengers about in-ride etiquette, so you won't have to. Well, that's nice. Maybe you should educate them all the time. And maybe you should also educate them what an actual shared ride is when they click on it. They're like, hey, stupid, do you know other people are going to be in the car and we're going to go off route? Those are the two most common complaints I get about Uber Pool and shared rides, that as soon as you veer off of whatever navigation that they're used to, they start getting belligerent, and their cheap ass doesn't realize that they clicked a Uber Pool or shared ride to save $1. To save $1. Anyway, I digress. On to the next slide. Given shared rides. Great job. You're all done with this tutorial. Great. Well, we shall see in 2022 what Uber Pool and Lyft shared rides do. Maybe the pandemic has changed people for the better. Maybe they're less belligerent. Maybe they're more kind to their drivers and other passengers. I doubt it. The only positive thing that comes out of Uber Pool and shared rides is dash cam footage. And if I end up accepting Uber Pool or Lyft shared rides, I just cannot wait for the dash cam footage that I can compile for this channel. However, for the most part, 99% of the time, I will not accept them. I already accepted one by accident. They snuck in on me. It did not pay very well. I picked up no one else on the route, and when I dropped off the person, I was wondering why a 40-minute drive, I only got $12 and some change from that. So again, in my region, it is not a financial success to pick up Uber Pool or Lyft shared riders. If it works in your region, then each their own. Good luck, stay safe. See you next time.
Thank you for watching. Please check out my channel and subscribe. And if you have done so already, I shall see you in the next episode.